The episode picks up right where last week left off, with the contestants discussing how glad they are that Chris Harrison Chad sent home after his ridiculous behavior. The girls are nervous, though, because with Chad gone, that means there's one less rose, and then Leah, from Ben Higgins' season, arrives in Paradise to stir things up even more. Leah gets her first date card, and shockingly reveals she wants to ask Chad. She's clearly disappointed to learn that he's gone, but quickly intervening starts talking to some of the other guys, starting with Nick, who has already begun to form a connection with Amanda. Needless to say, Amanda is not pleased when Nick accepts invite Leah's date. Meanwhile, Lace is worried that her drama with Chad is affecting her relationships with the rest of the guys, especially Grant, who she spent a lot of time with on the first night. Luckily, Grant assures her that things are fine between them, and he has totally forgotten all about the Chad situation. On their date, Leah and Nick get a taste of Mexican culture, and end the evening by kissing in the ocean. Leah is super into it, but knowing Amanda is back at the mansion, Nick does not seem as into it. Things get really interesting when the two-time runner-up gets the next date card, and Leah is devastated when he asks Amanda. Oh, the drama. Nick and Amanda have a heart-to-heart conversation on their first date, and when they sit by a beach bonfire, things get steamy when they start making out. But while all this is happening, Leah is in tears over how badly things went for her. Last week, Vinny and Izzy formed a quick connection, but Sarah is interested in him, too, and they spend some time starting to get to know each other. Let another love triangle commence. Also, Carly and Evan are spending a lot of time together, and they even share a kiss before bed. Evan thinks the kiss was incredible, but Carly is not exactly on the same page. She calls the kiss terrible, but admits she's still interested. Things heat up between Grant and Lace during a late-night walk on the beach, and they even wind up in bed together. Based on the noises we heard and quick glimpses inside the bedroom, it definitely seems like things were taken to the next level between reviews these two. Next, it's rose ceremony time. Hoping to get Vinny's rose, Sarah makes sure to nab some one-on-one time before the guys make their decisions, and apparently it works because it's not long before they're making out. But as he swoops in the middle of reviews, their alone time, and before we know it, Vinny's kissing her. Also, Leah wants to try and secure her position with Nick before the roses are handed out, but he admits to her that he has a better connection with Amanda. OMG, so awkward. But Leah wastes no time trying to find another guy to pick her at the rose ceremony, and she starts working on Daniel, but he's also making his rounds with the other girls. Grant, unsurprisingly, gives his rose to Lace. Nick shocks no one by picking Amanda, and Evan stays true to his promise to Carly by keeping her around to see what happens. Jared went on a date with Jubilee last week, but gives his rose to Emily, which means her twin sister, Haley, also will get to stay in Paradise. Vinny has a tough decision, but with Izzy goes ultimately, making her feel really stupid. Daniel chooses Sarah, though, meaning Jubilee and Leah are going home. Nick is confident in his relationship with Amanda, but that all changes when Josh Murray arrives. Remember, Josh and Nick were the final two on Andy Dorfman's season, and she picked Josh. It looks like the guys are after the same girl once again this time around, too, because Josh picks Amanda to go on his first date with, and she accepts. Josh and Amanda take a sexy boat ride for reviews their day out, and he makes it clear that he's not worrying about anything going on with Amanda and Nick. Amanda brings up the tell-all book Andy wrote about Jock, which definitely did not paint him in the best light, and he says the things she wrote about him are not true and completely ludicrous. While Nick is left at home wondering what's going on, Amanda and Josh are really connecting, and even share a passionate kiss. Evan gets a date card and, unsurprisingly, asks Carly to go out with him, which is kind of awkward, because he admitted to the cameras earlier that she wanted to try and stay away from him. I've never wanted to not go on a date more in my life, she says. Eek. On their date, Carly and Evan attempt to beat a world record, the longest kiss habanero pepper. Yep, after downing the world's hottest pepper, they have to kiss for 90 seconds straight. Which does not thrill Carly Cleary. She's a good sport about it, though, and they wind up beating the record, but she pukes in the bathroom afterward.